Alright guys, we're going to be discussing something today. Today we're going to be discussing the entire Jungle Book history of Mooney Mitchell. Yes, myself. Which I hope this is entertaining to you, because if it's not, I'm sorry. I just ran out of video ideas and really wanted to get this whole history done for my OC myself. Anyways, enjoy the video. If you don't like it, please do not leave hate comments, because I do not like that either. And I don't think it would be a good idea to embarrass yourself in my comment section. Anyways, guys, let's get started. Alright, Mooney was born in 1810, which would make Mowgli 6 when she's 10. By the way, we're going to be using 1800s in our story because we aren't actually sure when the Jungle Book year took place, so we're just going to be using that. Alright, so Mooney was born in America, right? But her parents split up and one of them moved to India, the other one stayed in America, in Texas. Mooney would visit her mother in America several times a year, but she mostly stayed with her dad because, well, she was basically forced to go to her dad in India. Around the time she was 6, she was doing every chore in the house. Her dad wasn't that desperate, but he told her to stop doing chores and that she didn't need to worry about it. But, of course, Mooney, being the kind soul that she was, continued doing them until one day. Anyway, since it had been her day to go out and pick apples and go find any other food for the family, she had went out as Jade, her real name, because Mooney was not invented yet, the name. So anyway, she went out her house, she went around the corner, and then she went to go pick apples when suddenly she hears a tiger's roar, and she freezes before a flaming branch is thrown up into the air and burns her whole house down. Now, some people theorize that it was Shere Khan, but I think it is most likely Shere Khan since, Jungle Book 1, and he had to get it off somehow. So I think it is Shere Khan. The only problem with this is that Shere Khan would have been around her house and saw her, which I don't think he even saw her if it was him. That's what most people were debating about, the villagers around in this story. But, of course, he was scared at the time, so he then ran away from everyone. Anyways, back to Mooney. After realizing her snakes and her father were inside, she tried to get back in there by burying in the rubble, but a bunch of other villagers held her back, leaving the poor, pale American girl alone and sad about her dead father. She was grieving for about 2 years, about the same 2 years, and then basically she had a plan to go to leave her village. Since Mooney had been gone for a couple of days now, she grew to like the snakes in the jungle. She would go pick them up, put them in the former cages that she made from her past snakes' cages remains. But there was one problem with collecting snakes. The ones she collected were mostly pythons, not cobras, pythons. In fact, Mooney wanted to get bit by a cobra just to see how it would feel. But of course, she never came across one, so that's good. She eventually got to the village that Mowgli and Shanti was in. But then she saw that there was a school being constructed. She usually kept her cloak up to avoid strange looks from the others since she was American, and she was the only one American in that town, but it was still okay because She eventually got a house with money she had been saving up, all at what age is she now? All at 16, because when the events of her dead father took place, she was 14. So yeah. Anyways, she had rented out the house. It was comfy. She built a dedicated snake room to her house to keep the snakes she found in the jungle. But little did she know the encounter she would cross with a snake. Eventually, she came to watch the school get built. It was going to be a really big school on top of a hilltop, made to be for kids of all countries to go there to learn. She had watched bricks be built. She had watched wood be used on structures of the building. She wondered how many snakes were used out of their homes for that. She would need to go collect more snakes if she wanted to help out with them.